Leo, welcome back to another Four Paths Healing Tarot message. Welcome back. My name is Dee. If you're new to the space, welcome. It's great to see you. So today we're looking at the good stuff ahead. It's spring, and for a lot of us, this is a season of renewal and awakening. And so why not see what's coming ahead, the fresh energy that's coming in, the renewing energy that's coming in. But in order for me to do that, Leo, I had to start with learning a little bit about what it is that you're coming out of so that I can be able to describe this incoming beauty that's happening in your life. So in your recent past, switch around the energies the way that you need to. Let me make sure I make that clear, because the way that I'm going to describe this, it's not likely to resonate exactly with everyone. And so you know exactly what it is that you're working through. So keep that in mind as I'm describing this. But in the recent past, I have you showing up here with the Seven of Pentacles, but also Seven of Pentacles taking stock, looking over things, and then also trying to decide the best way to move forward in some inspired action here with the Ace of Wands. And so you likely wanted to move forward, possibly in growing your money, maybe getting a new home, maybe getting a new car, maybe some travel to move, something related to your stability and your security. You've been wanting to know, Leo, how to grow it and make it secure in the way that you envision it. I say envision it with intention, because what also popped out to confirm this energy is the Seven of Cups as well as the Eight of Swords. For me, these cards coupled together feel like basically being kind of blocked in or feeling a little bit limited or a lot of bit limited about what it is that you can have and achieve related to your dreams. Your dreams, desires, all of the things that you want, all of the options and potential in reality. And for some reason, feeling like, yeah, I have these dreams. I know that I have this power to manifest, but I'm not really sure if I have the power to manifest these things given my circumstances, given the cards that I've been dealt, given what I'm working through related to money, debt, where I work, lack of resources, having vision beyond my resources, whatever that is. So you have been in this interesting place in your recent past about thinking about what you want, but not quite feeling like you know how to get out of your current situation and start going after these cups that you feel would bring you ultimate joy and fulfillment. But something inside of you is knowing that it's possible, because with this Ace of Wands here, this is spirit giving us the nudge that what we are feeling about an action to take, a new behavior to try, in order to get to a goal, a new hobby, a new idea related to your business. This comes to us because that is kind of our exchange with spirit, with source, with God, about how to move our gifts, our talents beyond us, beyond the spirit world, into the real world, into a way that's tangible, that might be good for yourself and other people. So that has been very real. Again, in your recent past, Leo, just kind of felt like you did not know exactly if you could trust that nudge, because the nudge about moving forward was not synced up, at least in your mind, with all of these swords here, with what you could really do in reality. So you were a little bit blocked off in your thinking about what you could achieve, given this inspired nudge to take action in whatever way you knew that you needed to or wanted to. In your current energy right now, Leo, you are really thinking about how to have the security, and you're becoming a little bit more clear, but the clarity and the how is not exactly with you right now. So you're finding yourself going within. This is, two grounded energy cards, Leo. You are a fire sign, but this is a lot of ground energy, Virgo, and then we have Capricorn here. So you're really taking time to think about how you have this inspired idea, this thing that you want to do, but you're really spending some time thinking about how in the world do I make this thing come out into the real world. There may have been something in your recent past that I also need to go back and revisit that has probably made you feel limitation because of someone else's action. You may have been working with someone about something in the past, and maybe they pulled out last minute. Maybe they were kind of not giving all of the information, causing you to be confused about what this opportunity could have been or should have been. It could have been in love, it could have been related to relationship. I say that because beneath my confirming deck is the 10 of Swords, which feels like betrayal, but it feels very final. Whatever you're coming out of that made you feel a little bit blocked in, especially if it had something to do with other people, that is absolutely over. And beneath the 10 of Swords is the World card, which feels like completion. There's something about what you're going through and working through right now to actualize your dream that is in divine purpose. All of the confusion, all of the uncertainty, and all of the growth and the tangible change, all of this is by design. It's not happening by happenstance, by the way. I feel like I need to let you know that. So back to the current moment. Right now, you're going within, thinking about how to have your dreams come true. For the lovers out there, it may be that you are getting clear in your relationship. Maybe you just recently removed yourself from a relationship in some way related to you and your partner. Maybe you had faith and security in your partner at some time, and something changed that, something got in the way of that, and now you're having to rethink how you're going to create the security and the lifestyle that you want for yourself and for your family, especially for those of you who you have family, you have children out there. That's another message that's coming up as well. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. In the near future, you are going to claim and regain incredible clarity. Something about you going within with what you're doing right now, maybe even getting wise advice, someone that you trust, is going to give you clear eyes to see what strategy you need to employ so that you can have the thing that you're trying to manifest right now, which is ultimate security for you, your family, to have the luxury that you want, for you to be back on your throne. So the work that you're putting in right now, you might not be around a whole lot of people. You might feel like you're alone right now. This is not in vain, because it's helping you to get very clear about what it is that you need to do. Now, that's one part of this message. The Seven of Swords often feels like guarding yourself from deceit. And this Nine of Wands, as well as this Five of Cups, popped out as well, Leo. So if you're working through something related to love and you're trying to re-envision your future as relates to career, money, but you're still working through the grief of that, it's something about going through this experience with whoever this was, if it's a person, that you are going to get really good about transmuting that pain, that grief, to bring forth to you what it is that you need. It's going to actually inspire this action that's been welling up inside of you, this desire, this new project, whatever this ace is for you. All of this is going to actually push you to get to where you're trying to go. Now, beneath my main deck is the Eight of Pentacles here. So we go from a 7 to an 8. This is in your recent past, and this is kind of the overarching what you're moving into. Whatever you're working on, this feels like a nudge to continue to take the time that you need to trust that you are on path to build yourself into being the person that is on this throne. It might feel boring. You might feel like you're doing the same thing over and over to no end. All of the things. It might feel, beneath this card, it might feel a little like you're a novice. It feels like maybe you're starting over in something, and that might be uncomfortable, kind of getting your own groove and vibe in this new path that you're in, this new action. But beneath this Page of Swords is the Sun. So you have to just keep going. And it feels like, Leo, the good stuff ahead is that by you continuing on in your journey, having faith, trusting that you get to have what it is that you want, you are going to be absolutely successful, and clarity is going to cascade around you, and you're going to feel the peace and certainty about the path that you're walking. You could have been dealing with someone in your recent past who is a Scorpio. Could have been someone who's a Gemini for those of you who are working through that, maybe Capricorn, maybe Virgo. But nevertheless, you are on track and you're taking this time right now to transmute all of these experiences for your bag, for your money, for your pinnacle. You're making it work for you, and it's going to be very clear about how to have the right strategy to continue to bring in all that good stuff you're manifesting. I'm going to get a couple of oracle messages out here, Leo, for you before we wrap up. God, angel, spirit guides, what final messages do you have for Leo as they continue on their way in this new season? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For Leo, please. Anything else? All right, we have 3 out here. The first one is in the near future. This feels like it's related to you wondering how much longer, what else has to happen before I start seeing the fruit of what I've been working on. Spirit is saying, calm, temper that anxiety because it's happening and it's working out in its divine timing. Trust is the other one that popped out. Very interesting. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. That is what you're working through right now. Trusting this light. This light for me symbolizes the inner part of your soul, the inner part of your knowing that you are connected to source that has all of the answers to get you to where you want to go. And then there's a very interesting message out here for you as well, Leo. It says guilt. And what this says is I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Whatever all of this is from the past, the swords, the thoughts, the deceit, maybe lying, people clouding your understanding. The more you decide to release this and let it go, the more you put yourself in position to be shined on by the sun and allow yourself to grow. That is what I have for you, my lovely Leo. I hope it helps. Thank you for your lovely comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. If you like the vibe here, you feel safe here, I'd love for you to join the family by subscribing. If you just need a quick little read and you decided to pick me, I feel grateful. Thank you for popping in. And hopefully I get to see you next week, Leo. Take care. Bye.